Well, can you believe it? We finished all of the DOGGHAN squares. I know that 18 squares slash rectangles was a lot, and that was a heck of a lot of loose ends to tie in. Sorry about that. But we finished, and so now we need to assemble, and in order to do that, we are going to need one color of yarn that you want to use as the yarn that's going to go in between the rectangles and squares. So for mine, I'm going to go ahead and use white, but you can choose whatever color you'd like. All right, let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is to go ahead and lay out your DOGGHAN. Whatever design you think looks the best, I try to make sure that the color placement, you're not putting blues next to blues and that sort of a thing, so that everything looks like it's meant to be where it's supposed to be, and it's not going to create big chunks of one color. Okay, so this is my design right here of how I felt it worked best. And my Merlin decided he wanted to say hi. Hi, Merlin. So if you follow my chart that I'm going to go ahead and have linked down below, what you're going to do is you're going to first go straight across the top row doing single crochet. So what you need to do first is to find the corners of the top right square and the square below. Okay, so this is only if you're doing the same pattern design as I did. If you put the dogs in different orders, you want to do whatever the longest stretch is first, and then after that you'll go to the next longest until you get to ones where it's just a single square across and whatnot. So this is going to be my longest one here. So you need to find where the corner stitch is. You're going to go in from the one on below the top one. So for me it's the pink Afghan. And then we're going to go in through the corner square of the one above. For me that's the border collie. Okay, make sure you're using your working yarn and not your tail. And you're just going to go ahead and, let's get that tail out of the way there. We're just going to single crochet across. We're using our H hook again. We're not changing the size for this. We will change the size to do the border around the entire Afghan, but we're going to go ahead and keep this same hook size for the joining stitches. Okay, so we're just going in underneath the V that we've made around the border. That's the single crochet border around each of the squares or rectangles. You're going in from underneath, so you're grabbing both of those loops, and then you're coming in from the back of the one above. Okay, so that's just like that. So you're sandwiching them together like this. So you should see the braids are connected and they should line up with each other. You're going to yarn over in the back, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. And that's going to create a nice braid on the top, connecting each of your squares and rectangles together. You're going to do this all the way across. So let's do a couple more together, and then I'll show you what that looks like at the end. Okay. Going in from under the V. Okay, and again on the blue side, yarning over, pulling through, yarning over, pulling through, do your single crochet. So as you can see, we've reached the end of the pink rectangle. We now need to pick up this dark blue one, which is the standard poodle. And we're continuing on using the edge of the border collie. So you just do like you were doing in the beginning at the pink and the light blue. What you're going to do is you're going to pick up the corner stitch of the dark blue square. Remember, going in from underneath that V to the back or the wrong side, and then you're picking up the light blue from the wrong side to the right side. Okay, so you're sandwiching them together just like you did with the pink. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through, and that does your single crochet. So now you've connected the dark blue rectangle with your border collie rectangle, and you're going to continue on just as you were doing with your pink one, with your pink rectangle. You're going to keep going, connecting your standard poodle square to your border collie square. And we're going to just keep going all the way across, because this one does not have any that are breaking up this line. So as long as you're not going in between a rectangle somewhere, you want to just keep going along the edges. And the way that I designed my particular GAN is that this is a solid line that's going to go from one side of the blanket to the other without any breaks. Okay, so I will meet you back at the end of that and tell you what we're going to do next.
Once you've gone ahead and done the first line, you're going to go ahead and go from the top to the bottom. So as you can see, we're connecting one side of the border collie to the other side of the wiener dog or dachshund. We went in through the corner just as we did before, from front to back of the blue, and we went from back to front on the pink, okay? And that sort of sandwiches them together. Then you can just do your single crochet along that edge. I'm going from right to left and going one by one, as you can see. Okay, it sometimes helps if you need to go ahead and pull it closer to you, so that way you have a better view. Okay, and you're just going to go all the way across until you reach the point where you're reaching a 4 square overlap. So one thing you just want to consider is when you're overlapping the lines, you do want to go ahead and try to put a single crochet in that overlapped line, and that will sort of connect your lines together. Okay, so it's pretty easy. You should have about 22 ends or so to tie in at the end of doing the connecting squares. And then after that, I will meet you back for another video. We're going to go ahead and do the border after this, and then your DOGGHAN's going to be done. Don't forget to subscribe, and please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. I love to hear from you guys. Comments are welcome. I will get back to each and every one of you. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.